Hello friends, welcome back to another studio vlog. If this is your first time here, my name's Heather. I'm the owner of Charming Chapters, which is a small bookish business located in North Dakota. I got my little sidekick Luna here. She wanted to come say hi this morning too. She heard me setting up the camera. Aw, you came to work early today, especially on a Monday. This time of year when it's cold, she likes to hang out under her heated blanket in the morning, so you don't get to see her very much in the mornings. She heard me getting ready to film this morning. Anyways, this week we are going to be working on a bunch of book sleeves. We had a few orders that came in over the weekend, so we're going to get started on those first thing this morning. And then we're going to continue working on our big book sleeve order that we started on last week. In case you didn't watch last week's vlog, we are making a bunch of book sleeves for author Casey Blair. We have over 175 that we need to sew for her. And we just started on those last week, so that is our big project for the next few weeks here on top of our normal orders that would come in. So we're going to be working on all of that. Oh, Luna. She just wants to snuggle. She is such a love bug. Oh, you don't want to talk to the camera now? Okay. Anyways, we're going to be working on orders this morning. I do want to give a shout out to Jenna first. She left a sweet comment on her order over the weekend saying she watches our YouTube vlogs. And I just wanted to say hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much for watching each week. And then we also had another fun message. I just checked TikTok not too long ago, and Misty left us a message saying she just found the channel too. So hello, Misty. Welcome. I love when you guys leave me messages. It's so fun to see you guys interact with everything, and I hope you enjoy the weekly vlogs. The next few weeks are gonna be kind of crazy, not gonna lie. All right, let me put Luna Bug down here. This week, like I said, we're gonna be sewing a whole bunch. On Friday, I might take off just a little bit early. We're gonna go to, sorry, I got a glare from the computer. I was just looking at orders. Anyways, we're gonna be going to a local craft fair. It's called The Big One, and it only happens twice a year, so I would really like to go check that out Friday evening, because Saturday we are going deer hunting. I haven't had a deer tag in about 20 years, so it should be interesting, but we're gonna do that this weekend. And then next week we are going to see Rebecca Yaros. I am so excited. We were lucky enough to get 2 of her VIP tickets where she set up at the Avalanche hockey game. So we get to go do a fun meet and greet with her. We get special editions of Fourth Wing. We also get jerseys and some other fun perks too with the VIP tickets. Plus we also get tickets to the Avalanche hockey game that night. So it should be a lot of fun. Obviously I'm a big book nerd. My husband reads a little bit, not a whole lot, but we're both really big hockey fans. We're actually Minnesota Wild fans, but that's okay. We're super excited to go to an NHL game because it has been several years. Actually, for our honeymoon, we went to a Minnesota Wild game as part of our honeymoon. We went to Cancun first, and then on the way back home, we stopped and went to a Minnesota Wild game. So it's been a few years since we went to an NHL game. We do try and go to some of the local hockey games here, but it should be really exciting. We're really looking forward to it because this year it was our 10-year wedding anniversary in September, and with September being right in the middle of harvest, we didn't get to do anything real special. We went out to eat and celebrated that and my husband's birthday. They're just a few days apart. So we went out to eat one night, but we didn't do anything, big. So this is going to be something kind of fun for us. So that is next Thursday. We're going to be flying out bright and early Thursday morning, and we're coming back Friday. So I don't know if I'll be working on Friday next week. We'll see. It depends what time we get in. But next week there won't be an actual studio vlog like this. I'm going to film our trip when we go see Rebecca Yaros, all the flying, the hockey game. So it'll be fun to have something different for you guys to watch. So, oh, by the way, in case you can't see, I don't know if you guys can see it here or not, my mom made me a Charming Chapter shirt, and she also made me a special shirt. I actually mentioned it in last week's vlog. It's a black long sleeve, and it's got one of our Dragon Rider bookshelf designs, and I'm gonna wear that to the event next week. I'd been looking and looking and looking because I wanted a long sleeve shirt, but not a hoodie. Luna comes running in with her ball. Anyways, I was looking for a long sleeve shirt that didn't have a hood because at the hockey game, we're getting those special edition jerseys. Excuse me, ma'am. Trying to film here. Do we have to get the noisy toys when I'm filming? Hey, go play with that somewhere else. Anyways, with those jerseys, I don't want to have a sweatshirt because it's going to be too bulky, but then I didn't want a short sleeve because obviously we're going to be in a cold hockey rink, and I couldn't find any licensed sellers. Hey. couldn't find any like officially licensed shops that had just the long sleeves. So I ended up making my own shirt. So I'm really excited about that because I have been wanting to bring in shirts to the shop because my mom does all the sublimation stuff for us with all the items in the shop anyways. So 2026, that is one of the goals. We're gonna bring in some long sleeves, short sleeves. But anyways, it's a good time for me to try out this long sleeve that I've been eyeballing. Hey. She's upside down with the ball in her mouth. So I got the same style long, Luna. Hey. I got the same style long sleeve in both the hot pink and the black. And I got it in 2 different sizes because I usually like to wear things oversized. So right now I'm wearing a 2X, which is about what I normally wear. And I really like the fit. I also got a 3X just because I wasn't sure if it was gonna shrink. So we'll try that another day too. But anyways, we'll have a fun shirt to wear next week. And it's also trying out some samples for some new products for next year. But now that I've been rambling for 6.5 minutes, we're gonna get started on our orders for the day. We're gonna get those packed up and over to the little post office. We're gonna throw the ball for little Missy here too while we're cutting fabric. Normally she doesn't have this much energy in the morning. I don't know, must have woke up on the good side of the bed or something. So we're gonna get to work on those orders here, get them over to the post office as soon as they open. They're open at 1 o'clock, so we should have lots of time to get that done. And then we're gonna continue working on all of those book sleeves for author Casey Blair. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Just finished sewing the book sleeves that we need for the orders, so I'm gonna take a quick lunch break and then we're gonna pack up the orders and get them over to the post office. just got back from the post office, so your orders are officially on the way. I'm just gonna take the rest of the afternoon to continue to work on our big book sleeve order. I won't film any more of that for you guys because it's just like what we were doing earlier today. So I'm not sure if I'll be back in the studio this evening working on some things. I've been trying to get ahead a little bit just with the holidays coming up here. If I'm back, I'll record for you guys. If not, we'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. It is actually the afternoon. I've been spending all day cutting fabric for our large book sleeve order for author Casey Blair. So I'm just gonna give you a little peek of what we've been doing this morning. So we cut half of the fabric that we need for the inside lining. I think that's about 50 some book sleeves there. And then I've just been washing and cutting all of the outside fabric for the book sleeve. So that is what we're gonna continue working on for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, when making book sleeves with dragons on them, I had to wear my new Dragon Rider shirt. These are actually going to be coming in 2026. I ordered this one as a sample, plus I needed something to wear for our Rebecca Yarrow signing next week, so I want to test it out, get a feel for the fabric. But if you are a dragon fan, these are going to be coming next year. Alright friends, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to cut a little bit of foam in the morning and then we're going to get to sewing a bunch of these book sleeves. Good morning friends, happy Wednesday. I'm a little bit sleepy today. Last night I had all intentions of doing a bunch of things in the studio and I started getting a little bit of a headache, so I went and laid down about 8 o'clock and I slept most of the night. I think I slept like 10-11 hours, so normally I don't sleep like that, but I'm feeling much better today, just like really groggy. You know when you sleep too much and you feel like a zombie? Yeah, that's the feeling I've got right now. So I'm gonna drink a little tea here and hopefully that'll perk me up. Last night I had started working on some of the Christmas ornaments that just came in. We are restocking a bunch of them and then there are 2 new ones right now. So I had started cutting the little string pieces that go on top and then had intended on recording all of that and packaging them up and all that, but I didn't get that far, so we're gonna finish those up this morning. But I do want to show you some of the things that came in. So we've got quite a few returning ornaments. They're actually up on the website already. I did put them into inventory. We just have to finish packaging them. The 2 new ornaments aren't up yet though. But to show you the ornaments, a lot of these you guys have just loved in the past, so I definitely wanted to bring them back. Let's see if it'll focus here this morning. There it goes. So we've got the kitty on the book stack, and then we have a matching puppy one too. Isn't he cute? You guys have loved him in the past. So those are both returning. And then this one, I believe we had in a Cozy Winter Reads box a couple years ago. It was before we did the Advent boxes. So it's just like a heart bookshelf. So you guys love that one, so that one came back. And then some of these, I didn't have to order more in. We still had a few from last year, so they are already packaged. This is a packaging that we'll have to finish up on some of these. But we've got Sparky the book dragon. He's got his little Christmas hat on, and then he's got Christmas lights on the book stack. I have him. This one is my personal favorite. I think it'd be so fun to have all year round, like hanging up. So it's just our dragon window. This design's on book sleeves and we got a sticker, and so I got that one. And then of course we have the library cards. I just grabbed the pink one here to show you guys, but we have the library cards in all of the different colors too. We have the traditional white. We've got the pink, purple, yellow, orange, green, and blue. So all the colors that the book sleeves come in, all the ornaments are available in. And then we have 2 new ornaments. You guys have loved this little guy in the sticker, so we had to bring him as an ornament. So he's new. We gotta take pictures of him. And then this one turned out a little bit larger than I planned, but I think it's still cute anyways. This one we have in a sticker and a Kindle charm, and you guys have liked that one too. So it's a little bit bigger. It was supposed to be like these ones, but I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cute for somebody who wants to fill up a, a big space on a Christmas tree or something. So those are more projects that we had to do. I've been trying to do those miscellaneous projects in the evening just because during the day I like to do the sewing, and especially to get your orders packed. That is what I attempted to finish up last night, but didn't get that far. I've learned over the years that when my body is telling me I need a break, to take a break, especially this time of year. Otherwise I get burnt out and I don't enjoy the holidays. I just feel run down, not as happy as normal, which I kind of struggle during the holidays anyways. My grandma passed away November one year. My grandpa passed away 2 days before Christmas. My great grandma passed away on New Year's Eve. And then Lucy, our previous studio dog, she passed away right before Thanksgiving. So you just have all those mixed emotions during the holidays just because they're missing the loved ones, but still want to be excited about it because it's the holiday season, obviously. But so anyways, when my body is telling me I need a break, especially this time of year, I try and listen to it. Just that way I can try and enjoy the holidays too. Anyways, on a happier note, we are going to be working on book sleeves again today. We're going to be sewing up a few orders that came in. I think there are 3 book sleeves that we need to sew for orders. I'll have to double check here. And then we are going to continue working on our big order for book sleeves. We need to cut foam this morning and then clip all of them together. And then we're going to get to sewing. We'll try and get the orders over to the post office today. I believe they're open at 1 o'clock again, so we should have lots of time for those. But anyways, we're going to get to cutting foam and fabric and then move on to sewing. So I was just writing down what we need to cut for fabric for the orders, and I wanted to give a couple of shout outs. So Rachel just ordered a book sleeve and it's for her upcoming birthday. So happy birthday, Rachel. I'm so excited to make that for you. I hope you enjoy it for your Bible. We're going to make it a custom size for her. We're going to trim it down just a hair. And then the other shout out I want to give is to author Casey Blair. She's the one that we're making all of these book sleeves for. She just ordered a fantasy bookshelf book sleeve. So we're going to make that up for her today too. So hello to both of you. Okay, just finished sewing up the few sleeves that we need for orders, so we are gonna pack those up next and get them over to the post office before it closes. Just back from the post office. Got my little sidekick here. Her belly is super warm. She was just laying on the heated blanket. That's her favorite place right now with it being cool. But anyways, now that we're back, we're just going to continue working on those custom book sleeves for the rest of the day and just sew as many as we can. Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. This morning we are going to do just a couple quick projects before we move on to continue sewing our big order of book sleeves. We need to print out some more Charming Chapter stickers. You'll see me using those all the time when we're packing orders. We used up the last of those, so we need to print those out this morning. And then we're going to cut a little bit of fabric. It looks like we did have one order come in overnight, so we need to sew up a book sleeve for that. So Sherry, thank you so much for your order. We'll get that book sleeve sewn up and order packed today. And then we also need to cut a little bit more fabric so we can continue working on those custom book sleeves. So we're gonna be working on just a few projects this morning, and then we're gonna spend the rest of the day sewing and just try and get as many book sleeves done as we can. So for those of you wondering about the printer that we just used, what I have is called a Rollo printer. It's actually the same printer that I use for all of my shipping labels. There's no ink involved. It's all thermal based. So with that, it just uses heat and it prints out what you're telling it to. It doesn't print any colors. It's just black. So I use it daily for all of our shipping labels, but then you also can get different stickers and switch out just like we just used. They come in a bunch of different colors and you can do your own designs. Like I just use them for the the logo, but you can use them for other things too. Honestly, as much as I love my Rolo, I wish I would have got the Munbin brand. That one, the printers themselves come in a whole bunch of different colors. I know I've seen a pink and a purple for sure besides their traditional white, but then they have way more sticker options too. With Rolo, I believe they only have just a few different shapes that you can get, like the traditional rectangle ones for shipping labels, the round ones that we just used, and I think they might have like a smaller square or something. But the Munbin brand, they have like stars and hearts and flowers and all kinds of different colors and different things like that too. But like I said, they're only thermal printers, so the only ink, if you will, that comes out is black. Like I said, it's not actually ink though. It just prints using heat. So if you're wanting to check that out, I have them linked in my Amazon storefront. I've got both the Rolos and the Munbins that you can check out. I highly, highly recommend them if you're a small business owner. It'll save you so much money by not having to use ink just for your shipping labels alone. I wish I would have got it sooner in my business. I think I've had it 4 years now, and I wish I would have bought one right off the bat. It has saved so much money on the not having to buy the ink alone. Plus the shipping labels, they're not that expensive either. I think it was like 20 bucks for 500 of them. So highly, highly recommend it if you're a small business owner. So I just got Sherry's book sleeve sewn, so we're gonna get her order packed up and run that over to the post office as soon as they open. Then we're just gonna spend the rest of the afternoon working on our big stack of custom book sleeves. Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. I just finished dropping off my husband. I had to take him out to a field about 10 miles away. They are moving a whole bunch of rocks. I guess they're moving some rock piles, and they had this huge boulder, like, I kid you not, huge one, that they're moving yesterday. But anyways, I had to take him out to that field today, and I wanted to record some of the wind turbines that are out there for you guys. I think they're so cool. So here's a little clip of those from this morning. Aren't they cool? I love the sound of those, the big whoosh, whoosh. My husband's like, they're just wind turbines. I'm like, yeah, but I don't work around them all day. So I think they're pretty cool. And you know, they're a lot bigger than they look from a distance. We have quite a few of them around here, but nothing like we can get up close like that one. They have a few of those that are like right in one of the fields that they farm around. So that's pretty cool. Well, anyways, this morning we are going to work on taking some photos of the gift sets that we have been putting together over the last couple weeks. I would really like to get those listed within the next week for all those early bird holiday shoppers. So we're going to start taking some photos this morning. And then if I have time this weekend, I'm going to dig out some of my Christmas decorations that I usually use in photos. And then we'll take some more photos probably next week. Well, maybe not next week. Whenever we have time. Next week, we're going to see Rebecca Yarros. So next week's vlog won't actually be a vlog. So the day that this vlog airs, we're actually going to be coming back from visiting Rebecca Yarros. The event is Thursday, so we're going to fly out Thursday morning, go to that Thursday evening, and then we're going to come back on Friday. So I'm going to be missing Thursday and Friday for work next week, so I probably won't do a whole lot of filming. We'll see, because I'll just have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm guessing I'm probably going to work mostly on our big book sleeve order. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we have time for pictures. Anyways, whenever we take pictures, we'll have some Christmas decorations to use too. But today we're just going to take some kind of flat lays and, you know, different photos that we can with the stuff I do have out. So that's kind of the plan for this morning. And then this afternoon, I'm just going to work on sewing more book sleeves and try and get some more of those done. So that's kind of the plan for today. I did finish up last week's studio vlog last night, so that is all posted, ready to go. Normally Friday mornings I work on finishing up the studio vlog for the week before, but I knew the next couple weeks here are going to be kind of busy, so I finished that up last night. That's scheduled, ready to go live for you guys later today. And then over the weekend I'm going to start working on this studio vlog, just trying to get ahead for next week. So it's going to be a busy next few days. Tonight we're going to go to a local craft show too. It's called The Big One. It's like the biggest craft show of the year. They do a spring one and a fall one, so we're gonna go check that out tonight, because tomorrow we are going deer hunting. I know some of you guys probably aren't fans of hunting. We don't do it for sport. We actually use the meat for things. We like making deer sausage, like breakfast sausage, summer sausage, things like that. So if you're not a fan of hunting, it's okay. It's just part of our culture up here in North Dakota. Like I said, we don't do it for sport, just for like the antlers or anything. We use the meat. So my husband and I both have doe tags, which are the female deer. We're gonna go do that tomorrow, which should be an adventure in itself because it's supposed to be rainy, snowy, about 30 degrees, kind of windy. So it should be an adventure. I haven't been hunting myself in about 20 years, so should be interesting. I just figured now that we're out on the farm and we've got a freezer, we've got some space, so it'd be nice to have some extra meat around and use that. So that's gonna be this weekend's plan, and hopefully I'm not too tired to work on other projects. I'm guessing it will be. It's a lot of walking. But anyways, now that I've been rambling this morning, we're going to get the lighting kit set up and get some of the stuff out and take some photos this morning. As you can tell, I got the lighting kit set up. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what we're going to do today. So we're going to do some different flat lays like this. And then I've also have a setup back there where we can set the box up against it and then kind of prop up the box with everything in it. So that's going to be the plan for the ones in the boxes. We also have those coffee mug ones that we started on. So we're going to work on that too. Sorry, the lighting's really weird with the lighting kit here. And then I also forgot we need to take pictures of new stationery that came in. So the library card book sleeves, I also turned them into stationery too. So we need to take photos of those and get them listed also. All right, I've got all the photos done that we need for now. Like I said, when we have a little bit more time, we'll work on taking pictures with some of the Christmas decorations that I have. We definitely need to dig out our pink Christmas tree because we're going to use that for those ornaments that just came in. So we'll be taking a few more photos here in the near future. But that's going to be it for today for filming. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day working on that big order book sleeves. So I won't film all that again for you guys because it's what we've been doing pretty much all week long. So that's going to be the end of this week's vlog too. Like I said, when this video goes live, live. We're going to be on our way back from our adventure for visiting Miss Rebecca Yaros. I can't wait. If you want to see some sneak peeks, I'll probably be posting some stuff on our Instagram and maybe even TikTok too, and definitely in our VIP Facebook group. We have a Facebook page as well as a VIP group. I like to share some sneak peeks and other things in the VIP group. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely follow us on social media. Otherwise, the video after this one will be all about our trip going to Denver and visiting Rebecca Yaros and going to the Avalanche hockey game. So that'll be it for this week's video. We'll catch you in our next one. Bye for now.